Don't drink the water. That's the message several homes in the Bethany area got in 2013. The reason? Contamination from cancer-causing chemicals that the city says came from two companies operating at Wiley Post.
The city of Bethany is in what they're now calling a water supply crisis because of this contamination. City leaders say they learned about the contamination in 2012, but as investigative reporter Erika Stanish found out, the issue dates back more than 40 years.
He was just an outside person, and he worked outside, and he loved the well water. He drank it all the time.
Linda James talking about her late husband, Frank James. She says he was diagnosed with cancer in 2010.
He took chemo for 4 years, and it went to his lungs, and it went to his brain.
You mentioned that his family doesn't have a history of cancer.
No.
None at all?
No. He had 2 brothers and a sister, and nobody ever died with cancer or had cancer.
Shortly after his death, Linda says she got this letter from the city of Bethany.
The city of Bethany has filed a federal lawsuit against 2 companies that contaminated area groundwater with cancer-causing chemicals.
She said Frank and her stepson, Bubba, both died of cancer.
There might be a connection, but I never did follow up.
In records Fox 25 obtained from the Department of Environmental Quality, we found a letter sent to the James household in 2013 recommending the water not be used for drinking after learning TCE, a chemical compound, was detected in the well water above EPA standards.
I was really upset. As far as, we was drinking that water.
For about 45 years, Gulfstream and Rockwell International operated on Wiley Post Airport property, and that is where the contamination stems from.
The mayor of the city of Bethany, KP Westmoreland, says the companies learned harmful chemicals were polluting the water in 2008, but says they didn't notify the city until 2012. The city filed a federal lawsuit against Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation and Rockwell Automation Incorporation in 2016.
It's TCE and a contaminant called PERC. I believe that those stem from some solvents and things that the companies use to clean airplane parts that ultimately ended up getting in the ground and into our well system.
But it goes back even farther than that. In 1991, we found an inspection report that says the site poses a potential threat to drinking water wells in the area of Bethany. The report shows 26 underground storage tanks were on Wiley Post Airport property containing various types of gasoline. The same report references samples collected in 1988 of water wells in the area and found the presence of lead, arsenic, chromium, and selenium. However, the DEQ didn't recommend further sampling.
As far as I know, you do not drink the well water. It's contaminated. And I talked to several guys that worked at Gulfstream, and they said they knew it was contaminated.
We went door to door, talking to residents about when they were notified.
I know it was contaminated before they gave the letter. I think it come from the Gulfstream paint department dumping chemicals out behind the barn or whatever.
Years of contamination leading up to this summer when the city had to ration water.
During the summer, it was definitely a water supply crisis.
All because the city says it's down to 50% of its water wells, shutting the rest down due to contamination.
But, it's really a quality of life situation. We have known contaminants that somebody else put in our water system, and we need it cleaned up, and our citizens need the quality water that they've all known to love and be able to enjoy.
Erika Stanish, Fox 25 News.
We did reach out to the companies involved in the lawsuit. They said Rockwell Automation and Gulfstream Aerospace Corp are committed to being good community partners. While we do not discuss pending litigation, Rockwell Automation and Gulfstream Aerospace Corp have been working cooperatively with the Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality to ensure environmental quality at the Wiley Post Airport site. So far, the contamination in the water has cost the city $1.5 million. The city says it expects the problem to last at least 30 years, totaling between $10 and $15 million. The city's asking for $11.5 to $16 million in this lawsuit, hoping to pay for new water wells and reimburse the city's costs of operating barrier wells.